A beautiful song, Shira Ma'alot, a song to ascend. Sa'inai ele'arim, I will lift my eyes to the mountains, from where my help come. Think about this psalm, and I think about Kaufman and Steiner family. Mourn life of the beloved Allison of blessed memory, fighter. May you find a little bit of comfort knowing that she touched the life of so many people. Thinking about the Strubilski family as a mourn for our beloved Martha, a light, amazing person that being with her made us better people. Esai Elarim, I will look to the mountains, from where will my help come. I had the chance yesterday and a little bit of the day before to spend quite a time, I would say 10 hours, in a forum called the America Business Forum. I was invited. I didn't pay the $10,000. It was worth every penny, but I didn't pay the money. And this is a forum where the wealthy meet and try to think about tomorrow, and they bring the best speakers. Donald Trump, Javier Milei. So obviously, when I'm listening, I try to think, how can I bring you some of that? But I didn't have time to write a sermon, and I wanted to be there, and I need to be here. So what I decided to do is 10 of 11, 12 of the speakers, I wrote one sentence. I will give it to you as a gift, and you think about that. You go home if you want, if it makes sense, and if not, I will apologize. So the first one that made an impact on me is Jeff Bezos, a Miami boy. He was telling us that now he's investing in space because he believes that you can build factories on space. That's correct? Imagine, they're so worried about paying rent to build. And she said, people will still, they will work there, but they will come back here to planet Earth because that's the best place to be. Just take care of Earth. Wasn't a bad beginning. Then came one of my favorite, Steve Witkoff. Steve Witkoff is the one that President Trump appointed together with Kushner to be the mediator to bring back the hostages. And there's something I didn't know, maybe you do. When they asked him, a millionaire, why did you do that? And he said, I lost my son. And I was thinking, how can a father or a mother sleep at night knowing that their son or their daughter is in those tunnels? And if I can do something to bring them, I will do whatever needs to be done. I regret all those years that I was just thinking of making more money and more money and more money. This is purpose. And I will do it as long as I can. So his personal experience converted in him somebody who says, it's not about me. Then came Eric Schmidt, Google CEO. He's the first CEO. I'm one of the first. Chairman for a while. He's a Google boy, that's why I'm asking. And he says the following: if you are not failing every now and again, it's a sign you are not doing anything very innovative. And I was thinking about our window. It says, Ayasham, the old should be renewed, and the new should be sanctified. And then I remember about the quote in the Talmud. There is a story in the Talmud where Rabbi Akiva is teaching. He's teaching, and in the last row is sitting Moshe Rabbeinu. Imagine, powerful moment. Rabbi Akiva is teaching, and Moshe Rabbeinu is in the last row. And then somebody asked Rabbi Akiva, who said that? And he said, Moshe Rabbeinu said that. By the way, Moshe Rabbeinu was there. He almost fainted because he didn't recognize that 2,000 years later they were quoting him and he didn't even understand his words. Because the old was renewed and the new was sanctified. So if you are not failing every now and again, it's a sign you are not doing anything very innovative. Gianni Infantino, FIFA's president. This is a big shot. He runs the show with a finger, you know. And he told us something very interesting, that he used to go as a little boy every Sunday to watch soccer, the real football, and to play soccer. And he says, since I was a boy, I knew that if I lose the game, there is another game next Sunday, and I will see my friends. And maybe I will win. I didn't allow that game, that loss, to be defined. Stefano Domenicali, Formula One CEO. He taught me something I didn't know. That the gap between first and last cars in the race can be less than a second. They train for years, and number 1 and number 11, 1 second difference. In a second, you lose. And I was thinking, that's chametz, correct? You know what chametz is? Chametz is 18 minutes in the oven, the bread is matzah, and if you leave it more time, it's ruined. So think about that word that you said that you shouldn't have said, and in a second, you ruin something. They're training for years and years and years. And number 7 is 1 a second away from number 1. Ken Griffin, CEO of Citadel. Success is never owned. It's rented, and the rent is due every day. Wow. I'm very proud of one of the sermons I gave in Rosh Hashanah. It's old. It's gone. I will be judged for today. I will be judged for tomorrow morning. It's gone. It's old. What about you? Success is never owned. It lasts por un poquito. It's rented, and the rent is due every day. Like your parenthood, the mother you are, the father you are, the grandpa, the grandma you are or you want to be is rented. And you need to renew that validation again and again and again. Wow, that's a good one. Maria Corina Machado. Nobel Prize of Peace, a fighter, and she said, once Venezuela is free again, Nicaragua will be free again. Cuba will be free again. She's the only one who couldn't attend because nobody knows exactly where she is, because they want to go after her. And she's waiting for the time to come. Lionel Messi. Not a bad group, huh? He was so uncomfortable talking because he's a master playing. And he said, yo no sé cómo estoy haciendo. I don't know if I'm doing, but I actually like it. You have to fight to reach your dream. You have to sacrifice and work hard for it. I did, he said. I left my family from Rosario, went to Barcelona, slept in a little room with more kids, and I waited because my team didn't want to invest. I was a little boy, I didn't grow, and the treatment to help me was so expensive. So Barcelona was ready to pay for that, and then I devoted my career to them. Rafael Nadal. The only way to succeed is to keep fighting every point, every day. By the way, the last two, very humble people. Serena Williams. Tennis is just a game. Family is forever. You're being a lawyer, you're being a CPA, you're being a businessman, you're being a rabbi, any profession. That's a game. That's for un poquito de tiempo. when you lose your position, the ones who will be there are the family. Jamie Dimon, JP Morgan's CEO, número uno, ¿no? The best way to earn trust is to tell the truth, even when it hurts. Hay que decir la verdad aunque duela. So when was the last time you heard the truth that you didn't want to? Or you said something that you regret? I have more. Just know that the Latinos need to go to dinner and the Americans need to go to dessert. You know what? It's a good suggestion to be in your own city and disappear for 10 hours, poco fun, just watching. A ping-pong about people who are not there because they had good luck. They're there because they work very, very, very hard. That's the story of the Jewish people. We are descendants of very hard workers. Even people that built the city of New York, the same New York that being stolen now from us. But we are a people of patience. We have patience. We will watch. We will watch. And we will watch. The fingerprints of the Jewish people are in every corner. And somebody who hates Jews in his core will run for a while the destiny of that city. Let me tell you, everybody agree that if you live in Miami, you're living in heaven. So allow me to remind you that when you go, if you drive in Shabbos or if you walk in Shabbos, breathe. You have a community, you have a synagogue, you have your family, you have friends, you have a place that other people build for you and you inherit, or you are building now for tomorrow. And maybe, like my new friend Leo Messi said, there is nothing without sacrifice. I will lift my eyes to the mountain from where will my strength come. Let's hope for a better week, a week of strength, a week of love, a week of peace. Amen. Shabbat shalom.